Excellence is about doing the best you can with the resources and knowledge you have. It involves consistent or continuous improvement of learning and experiences. Welcome to a new edition of the Youth Circle on New World News with me, your girl, Princess McAfee. Keep supporting the Youth Circle by following its playlist on YouTube and on Facebook. Please do like, comment, and share. Our topic of the day is cultivating excellence, challenges and requirements. With me today are two very important and amazing people. I have with me Professor Prosper and Dr. Solim. You're very welcome.
Thank
For
you.
all the people
very
watching
much.
us from the house, Professor, I'll tell you.
No problem, Professor, Dr. Mister. There's no problem for that. So, my name is Prosper Begedu. I'm an associate professor of American Studies. I teach in the Department of English. I teach American Culture and Society. And I'm also the coordinator of the American Corner at Université de Lomé, and also the deputy director of WASCAL. WASCAL is a West African Science Service Center on Climate Change and Adapted Land-Use. And I'm also president of a youth association which is called ATLCOS, which promotes academic excellence. Thank you very much for inviting me.
You're welcome. Dr.
McAfee, thank you very much. I am Solim Chiu. I'm doctor in African Studies. I major in African Anglophone literature, and I'm also a member of REFEST, which is a network of women in the, let's say, higher education, and the aim is to promote girls, let's say, studies at the level of university, because we see that as you start from primary school to the university level, the number of girls is decreasing gradually. So the network helps to promote this in women and in girls. So thank you very much.
You see, the reason I told you I have with me very important people today.
Yeah.
So my first question to you guys would be, what does it mean to cultivate excellence? I'll start with my professor.
Yeah, thank you very much, McAfee. When we talk about excellence, we need to understand that it is the highest level of a standard.
Yeah.
So a standard for somebody to maybe pass an exam or a competition is to reach this level. Now, when you exceed, you reach the highest level, then you are excellent. Now, cultivating that excellence means you are working toward achieving the highest level of the standard that has been set. So you are working every day toward the achievement of the highest level of the standard that has been set. That is what is cultivating excellence.
While working towards that, there are things you are supposed to do to get there.
Yeah.
Can you just add them to us?
Yes, for you to reach there, you need to understand that you need to dedicate yourself. That means you know what you are looking for.
Oh.
It means you have a goal. Not everybody wishes to reach excellence, because when we were in school, people say, okay, where the last one is going, the first one is going. So their goals are not the same.
Yeah.
If somebody is dreaming of being the first, the way the person works is different from the one who just want to get 10. So you need to have a goal, and you need also to dedicate yourself to working hard and harder than the one who just want to be at the average level. Yeah.
Doctor, what does it mean to cultivate excellence?
To cultivate excellence, as my senior has already said, is really to put on, let's say, much practice. Okay, when you go to school, for example, you receive lessons. There's no magic. You can't keep these lessons by any magic. If you don't commit yourself, if you don't spend time working, you will never make it. And most generally, we say practice makes perfect. So no one has never succeeded without practicing or without spending time. I insist on that, because I just give one example of learning English. People come to you, they say, can I speak English within 3 months? I can say, I don't know which answer to tell you. The only thing I tell you is it depends on how much you are committed to the learning of the English. So as we are saying, commitment is very important, and resilience. You can be committed, but there are also challenges. How far are you facing those challenges? How much effort are you putting? How much energy? How much, let's say, I don't know, anything that you can do in order to be able to make it. So you really need to keep up to your targets, to your goals, in order to achieve excellence.
Okay. What are the key factors or requirements to cultivating excellence?
Okay. Thank you very much. I think the first thing in any field, either in school, education, in football, in music, in dancing, whatever the field, the person needs to have a passion, the love for this thing that he wants to do, and also the passion for excellence. So if somebody is forcing you into it, you can't achieve it, because even if you try and you fail, you say, okay, this was not even my ambition, I was not willing that, but it's because somebody forced me into it. So I think first of all there is a need to love the thing, and the second thing to do, which is very important as a factor in cultivating excellence, is to set goals, realistic goals. You should know yourself and know that this is realistic for me or not. And apart from having this passion and also setting goals, there is a need for you to work hard. That is what we call diligence. You need to work hard, because if you are lazy, you can't achieve it. Even if you have good dreams, good ambitions, you have passion, and you don't work hard, don't expect to achieve excellence. So it is a question of continuous learning, a process. What I know today, the level I've reached, if I play football and I can run for 2 hours, I need to do more. I need to add to it. If I read 1 book a week and I want to get more knowledge, I need to start reading 2 after 3. So it means it is something that you continue doing. And as she mentioned before, another factor is resilience, because sometimes you don't succeed, but you need to be courageous to continue striving, even if for the first time you did not make it. And I think all of us here, we have had failures in some areas, but because we know what we are aiming at, this did not prevent us from trying again. So I think one key factor is also courage, which is resilience, which is expressed through resilience, and that will help you keep on going. Even if people are there to discourage you, they will say, okay, you want to do this in your family, who has ever done it? So they want to discourage, but because you know what you are looking at and what you want to achieve as a result, then you give yourself and you continue pressing and you continue pushing, and before they know it, you are there.
You said something right now that really speaks to me. So you said that when you know something, you need to be learning again, gaining again more experiences from people or from the environment you are living in. But some people think the small thing they know is okay for them, and they end up saying that, oh no, because I'm a boss, so why will I go and learn again? They made me a boss of these people or of the company, so why will I go and learn again? It's okay for me, I'm okay like that. For those people, what will you say? If
you think that you are stopping, you are not moving, you are making you are regressing, because once things are moving and you are staying at the same place, you are going backward. People are learning, are changing, and before you know it, you are how we call it, you have expired. So I think that is what we have as problem in the life of many young people today. They are not really ambitious to go an extra mile in what they are doing. They just want to stay at the level of what they are teaching them. But we always say that learning is outside the classroom. There are things that your teacher, your professor, or your coach might not teach you, but you go and you discover it by yourself. And this is through the goal that you have set. You don't want to limit yourself at the level of what they are teaching you, but you want to add to it and also even go beyond the other people. And that one will make you different from the other people, because the achievement that you get will not be at the same level of the other people.
So in any domain, whether you're a hairdresser, you are a tailor,
a carpenter,
no matter what you do,
yeah,
you have to keep on learning
farmer,
every day.
You have to keep on, because there are new things that are coming up.
Yeah.
If you know you are a hairdresser, there is this style. You yourself, you need to dream. Yeah. If I change this, you are a cook. What if I add this? What if I change this? What if? And finally, you become an expert. And you create. You are creative. You are innovative. And this is, something that we need to encourage our youth to do, because many people, we have grown up in a culture where people are not encouraged to create. Yeah. People just want to do the same thing. They will say, "This is how we have been doing it. Why do you want to teach us?" Or what do you want to teach us? This is how to have it. But why not do it differently? Yeah. So I think we need to encourage ourselves to be doing things differently. Yeah.
Maybe I will add something. And when you are in a competitive world, you'll never finish learning. When you see that someone you want to do better, someone is ahead of you, you'll do your best to reach that level and go beyond that. And this is about also capacity building. Yes. So you are never well equipped to do what you've been doing. As he said, as Prof said, you have technology, you have everything, so you have good reasons to keep learning. And I also wanted to mention the support and collaboration. There are people who are willing to do well, but they don't have any support. So this factor is very important in achieving excellence, because when you know that people around you like and let's say support you in what you do, is a kind of energy that is given to you. Maybe I can give my example. Because we are asked to give some personal testimonies and all. My husband is someone who is supportive, and I can tell you I was able to finish my doctoral dissertation because of his support. I was complaining that I don't have time. I was at that moment a volunteer, like INVT volunteer, and I was going to work and also had to work on my dissertation. And unfortunately, one day I had an accident and I got a plaster and was to spend 1.5 months at home. And he told me, "You always complain that you don't have time. This is the time for you now to work." We talked about resilience. Someone would say, "So don't you pity me? In my status, in my state now, you say I should work." But I took it positively. I said, "But you are right. I shouldn't always be complaining." And I dedicated myself and I maximized. And he always keeps telling me, "Articles, do you work? Do you read? Do you do this?" And this is a kind of support, I say. Even if it's not money, it's not someone who gives you some words, some encouragement, it pushes you forward. And I really want to seize the opportunity to thank him for that.
Thank you very much.
It means you need to have you need to have mentors.
Yes.
There are people to mentor you. There are people to give you, support, and also to tell you that you can make it. Yeah, mentors are very important.
Very important. So the environment is very, very important for the support you need to go far, or to maintain your level of excellence.
You might not have it always.
Yeah. But you have to try and
even if you don't have it, then you need to know that you need to find another way. Yeah, you should not say that, "Oh, I don't have anybody to support me, then I stay like that." No.
Stay like that. Okay. What challenges do individuals face when striving for excellence? I'll start with Dr. Salim.
Okay, thank you very much. Sometimes we lack confidence. You ask yourself, "Oh, what am I doing? What I'm doing, is it really meaningful?" So if you are not confident, the challenge is lack of confidence. So we really need to know what we are doing. When you set goals and you know where you are heading to, you have much confidence to be able to reach that goal. So I may mention confidence, and sometimes you want to reach some high standards. You want everything to be perfect. It's like people who learn to speak English. I always say, give examples about speaking English as an English lecturer. People don't want to speak English because they fear making mistakes. But if you want to be perfectionist, you'll never learn. And I keep telling them, it's when you try, from the mistakes that you make, you get the corrections. Next time you won't make the same mistake. All is the same for everything in life. And you need to accept failure. You need to accept rejection and also be able to learn lessons from the failure, from what you have not been able to achieve, in order to do better next time. But if you are frustrated after one failure, 2 times, 3 times, you don't want to try, you'll never make it. So I think this is what I can say about
but is there something about people like don't want to speak English because they are afraid of, like, I think it's our part of the world, especially when you are among people that knows a little bit about the language, and you want to speak, and they know you make a mistake, a small mistake, they start laughing at you. So it brings some people feel like they feel sad, or sometimes they even go like crying when people are intimidating like that. So in that part, as an English lecturer, what advice will you give to a student?
Recently we were working with a group of our students, and the question of speaking accurately and fluently came, and they were asking, should they speak accurately? Because when you speak accurately, you really respect everything, you are fluent, and you also pay attention to grammar. But speaking fluently doesn't really mean that you speak, you respect the grammar rules. So I told them, as a lecturer, I encourage them to speak fluently. They don't have to mind mistakes, and this is the motto. And I even learned it from one of my lecturers at university, and this helped us. And they need to create an environment where they'll keep practicing. We are in a francophone world, and if you don't practice, if you yourself you don't create your environment, you'll never make it. So whenever I meet them, even outside the classroom, I speak English. Say, oh, madam, even outside the classroom, I say yes. Everywhere you see me, please speak English. You'll get the chance to practice. So this is what I can tell them, to not to be discouraged, to continue, but also to mind when the correction is done. They should work on it. They shouldn't still be there waiting for every time for you to be correcting them, but they also need to take a step forward, integrate the corrections that you are giving them, and to progress. Thank you.
Prof.
The challenges are many. I think I need to add to what she has said. One thing is the low self-esteem. The low self-esteem is a very serious problem that can hinder people from cultivating excellence. Like if the person does not trust himself because of what he has been told, because of what the community has always told him, because of the fact that they say, okay, you are not coming from a well-to-do family, you don't know anybody, you cannot reach there, you want to study medicine, they say, do you have any parent who is a medical doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be a footballer, they will say, are you coming from this family? So all these things, when you hear them and you accept them, then they influence you. So you need to know that it will be a challenge that will hinder you. And apart from that, there are other factors, there are other challenges also. For example, people are afraid of failing. The fear of failing is a serious challenge. You have never tried it, but you are afraid of failing. So why will you know if you succeed or you not succeed if you don't try? So I think fearing failure is another challenge. And the other one is, we mentioned it before, some resources. If you don't have the support, the financial resources that you need, that might create also a challenge for you. Sometimes, like, you need some equipment to do some of the work. You are a singer, you need to buy the guitar or something. You don't have the means. You go to borrow it from somebody. The person says, no, what are you going to do? So you need to find other ways. If you don't have this, you need to create opportunities for yourself to use what you have to get what you don't have. You don't need to stay there and pity yourself and not doing anything. Try to see. We have many opportunities. If I can't get it by myself, I can go and work for somebody to get it. And if I can't get it today, I might get it tomorrow. And I will not stop by dreaming because I did not get what I'm looking for.
Thank you very much, Prof. Doc, how can organization or institution foster a culture of excellence?
Okay, in this sense, I would say that first, the relationship between employers and their managers is very important for a manager to show interest, to let their employees or their employees or their collaborators know that they value what they are doing. They shouldn't always be let's say, giving orders, waiting for results, without maybe being closer to them to see what are the challenges that you are having, even if they can't solve the problems. But the only fact that the collaborators, the employees, know that you are worried, you consider their situation, can help them give the best of themselves. But if they don't feel that what they are doing is valued, they will just give the bare minimum. They won't struggle, they won't make any sacrifice to enable the enterprise or the company or anything, the business, to go forward. So for me, this collaboration, and also among the personnel themselves, they need to have let's say, they need to socialize, and exchange ideas. We've just talked about improving, about capacity building, experience exchanging, and all this. So this is, and also trainings. Trainings are also part of the strategies we can use in order to help people to cultivate excellence in businesses, in companies, and at work.
I think to add to what my colleague has just mentioned, we need to give room for innovation. So, in some companies, in some institutions, people want to do things the way the other people have been doing them, because they don't want to make a mistake so that they'll have troubles. And this does not encourage them to be innovative. So I think to foster the culture for excellence, people need to be given the opportunity to create, to be innovative. And apart from that, we need also to have this sense of rewarding and also appreciating the effort of people. If somebody does something good, you need to appreciate it. It does not necessarily mean that you need to give him the money, but you can just write a certificate and say that, okay, in recognition of all that you have done this year, or this solution that you have provided, we want to do this. If somebody is appreciated this way publicly, this will influence the other people also to do it. We need to do it in our homes. We don't need always to be telling our children, you need to always trying to correct them or to rebuke them, but not appreciating them. So appreciating someone will allow him to work harder. But if the person works and you seem like if I say what we say, if I appreciate him, he will not work again.
Yes.
So why do you think that? If I say you have done well, so that no, you need to do. You say, okay, you have done very well, but I want you to do better. More, yeah, you have to do more. So, but if you say, in our culture, people don't appreciate it. They don't want to do that. But I think in companies, in organizations, we need to do that, and also we need also to show that we are interested in our employees, not in the result only. But if the person feels that I am accepted, I am a human being, and I am treated like that, because in many places of work, if the person is sick, nobody minds. If the person is mentally not feeling well, nobody minds. They just want the result, and even they can replace him.
Yes, until you come back.
So I think for the organizations, and also in our families, in our homes, in our small associations, we need to treat people like human beings. We need to show them that they are important in our organization, even if they are the cleanest, even if they are not having a very important position in the organization, they are also playing a role. And who knows, tomorrow the person can go far and become somebody. So if you don't allow him to grow, and as she said, you need to have a continuous training. If you are a driver today and you are there, you should dream of becoming the IT. Of becoming, the accountant, by taking some other trainings. You will not be there as a driver forever. I worked somewhere where within 1 year I took 3 positions. Within 1 year in an international organization, because I was working. Whenever I see that there's an opening, I try to go there, because for me, I don't need to stay at the same place. And now I do many things at the same time, because I know that we need to try Sometimes you might not succeed immediately, but it is an additional thing that you get from the experiences that you have got.
Okay. So what role does feedback and resilience play in the pursuit of excellence? My last question to you guys.
I think we talk about resilience a lot. Resilience, people need to know that they will not always make it the first time they try it. That means they need to be courageous. Now, feedback, even with our children, if the person does something which is not good, and you just punish him, or you just, criticize him without giving him the right way to do the thing, he will not do it. But unfortunately, people today are not ready to get feedbacks, especially when these feedbacks are not positive. Many young people, they are not ready. You want to talk to them. For them, what they are doing is good. You see, you cannot dance and appreciate yourself. Somebody needs to look at you and say that, okay, the way you are dancing, you need to do it this way, you need to do it this way. So, unfortunately, many people are not ready for that. They want always to be, appreciated and say, okay, even if they are doing something wrong. So, I think feedback has to do with telling the right thing to the person. You don't need to hide. You don't need to pretend. If you want to help the person, tell him the truth and help him change. But if you don't want to tell him what, and if you want to say, okay, I'm not doing well, what should I do to improve? Tell me. And that is what we need to tell people. Don't just say, oh, you are a poor worker, you are not working hard, you are too lazy. I'm lazy. What do I need to improve? Okay, read. Okay, write. Okay, run, sing, do this. Then if you give me these things, I will do them and try to assess me at various levels. Give me time. Tell me after 3 months you need to reach this level. After 6 months you need to reach level, so that I will be assessing you progressively. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you very much. Prof has already said everything. So what I would add just is that you need to be prepared to accept any kind of feedback, because that can help you to do better. But if you don't accept rejection, you'll never learn. And if you don't want to fail, we say when you get a no to something or his next opportunity, so to be positive, you need to look for the next opportunity, not say that, okay, they say I'm not doing this well, and so that I will stop there. Try to do better, try to go forward, and also try to put everything, any effort or any energy that you can in achieving your goals. Try. Resilience is very important. So Prof has already said, I won't repeat. So thank you very much.
Resilience is very important. Thank you very much, Professor Prosper Begedu, and to our doctor, Solim Chio. Your last word, Professor.
Okay, my last word will be 5. Number 1, desire.
Okay.
Excellence, desire, number 1. Number 2, diligence. Number 3, discipline. Number 4, determination. And number 5, depend on God. Thank you very much.
I like the number 5, depend on God. Thank you very much, Doc. Thank you very much, Prof. And a big shout out to my production team, my producer, Jerry Tona Matiowe. Thank you very much. My director, Richard Kurufanga. To the whole production crew, Christian Obadikwa, Ekwe Florent, Fofo Golo. Thank you very much, you guys, for the big work you guys are doing. Remember to keep following the Youth Circle playlist on YouTube and on Facebook. Like, comment, share, subscribe. The Youth Circle shows every Friday at 11:15 a.m. and repeats at 6:15 p.m. and every Sunday at 6:15 p.m. Till I come your way next week. Stay safe. Bye-bye.